reporting live from the metaverse in the Horizon world, and yeah, I keep telling y'all, and I'ma keep telling y'all, that we're in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. You see, the world that you know today, it's finna change forever. And that's why I'ma keep popping up right here at crypto_info_DYOR to implore each and every single one of you out there to do your research, because I don't know if you're falling asleep behind the wheel. I don't know if you're paying attention, but I do know the distractions, they're out there in abundance. I mean, there's social media, there's reality TV, celebrity gossip, sports, you could name a bunch more. So yeah, don't fall victim to the distractions, because while you're being entertained, in the back end, the world's about to change. And yeah, one of the key features of the fourth industrial revolution is the tokenization of real-world assets. Check out this clip from NASDAQ Trade Talk live out in NYC at the Mainnet 2023 conference as CEO Sid Powell of Maple Finance. He breaks down what it means to digitize real assets, real world assets on a blockchain. And also he breaks down the benefits. Yeah, it's tokenization of real world assets coming right up. Check it out.
Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. We're coming to you live from Mainnet 2023 in New York City. Joining me for this segment, we have Sid Powell, co-founder and CEO of Maple, to discuss the catalysts required to drive real-world asset tokenizations forward. It is great to have you with us, Sid. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
What are real-world assets and how is the Web3 industry using them?
So, in crypto, we normally try and go quite difficult with names, but with real-world assets, we've actually tried to take the opposite approach. But think of it as the goal is to try and connect assets that are off-chain, so like T-bills, houses, cars, and what we're doing with real-world assets is it's just linking that to something on the blockchain so that it can be used in these new financial products. So think of it as really it's things like houses, T-bills that are represented on top of the blockchain so that you can use them in financial products.
So what would be the benefit of that as compared to its form that it's in now?
So the form that it's in now is kind of private. So a good analogy is, remember paper medical records 20 years ago? And so you couldn't email them, you couldn't search them or query them. And that's kind of where we're at with a lot of these, what are now being called real-world assets. And so the benefit of putting them on a blockchain, so to speak, is that you can now use them in new financial products. So lending, for example, if you tokenized your house, maybe you could take out a loan from DeFi on it. What we're seeing a lot now, though, is that it's being used to give access to products overseas. So maybe you're a startup in Singapore, but now you can get access to tokenized T-bills. And you can do it as easily as sending an email. So that's really the benefit, broader access and connecting it to new financial products.
We know other areas around the world, ex-US, are starting to use these. How are traditional financial institutions participating in this, if at all?
Very good question. Slower and more cautiously, but what we're seeing is we're seeing some very large institutions like Citigroup, JP Morgan starting to use this internally. The reason they use the tokenization of assets on a blockchain is so that they can do things instantly. I used to work at a bank, and normally the process is every day or twice a day at the end of this process. So let's say end of day and beginning of day, you settle all the transactions. But up until that point in time, they're not final. And so having tokenization of these assets means that they can become, settlement is instant and final. So JP Morgan and Citi are using them for things like tokenizing cash deposits and T-bills. The real advantage is they can offer it to their clients with faster settlement, cheaper administration costs, and so that's kind of the benefits they're trying to unlock. But I would say altogether, it's actually progressed faster than I would have expected before.
Yeah! The fourth industrial revolution, it's finna revolutionize the world of finance. And as you just heard, the tokenization of real-world assets, it's gonna have a significant role on this new digital landscape. Cause yeah, as a consumer, it's gonna have its benefits for you when it comes to ownership, when it comes to real estate, exotic cars, collectibles, even fine art, you can name it. There is no limits when it comes to the tokenizations of real world assets. Anything could get put on the blockchain. And guess why they want it on the blockchain? Because of the key 3 features. I call it the TSC. That's transparency, speed, and efficiency. So yeah, you know what this is looking like. You know what this is feeling like. Crypto mass adoption, yup, it's underway each and every single day. All you gotta do is pay attention. And now, right now, I mean right now, is when you gotta DYOR, do your own research. This is Biz to the Moon Report, live from the metaverse. I'm finna see you soon. Jump into the crypto space. It ain't too late. You can get your bread up on the blockchain. And when you make it and you got them people, they come asking you for bread, just ask yourself, was they with you shooting when you was in the gym? Jumping!